Teachers, a societal role that's granted to those who want to help and educate and shape the future of every child around the world, is a very important societal role to us as a civilization. However, there are some teachers that shouldn't be teachers, to put it bluntly, as some of them do the most annoying things, respectively. Like the teachers that spam homework. These teachers assign homework like it's a contest.
Here's a 5-minute video presentation and a 16-page essay and project that's worth 80% of your grade. Get it done when you get home. I expect it to be done and handed in by tomorrow.
Damn miss, what's with all this homework? Can't you not chill out? How could you possibly think we could finish all this homework in one evening? We don't have Dr. Strange abilities to be slowing down time to complete homework, you know? Why did they think that the subject they are teaching is the only subject we have in school? Okay, I've got math, science and English classes, and there's 3 other teachers also assigning me homework to do. Okay, it doesn't cross their mind that we have other subjects to worry about. And even if they are aware that we have other subjects to deal with, the fact that they still feel the need to spam homework tells me that they just want to ruin us for the fun of it. Okay, are you just assigning this much homework because you couldn't care enough to teach those topics to us in class? And if that's the case, then I've got some homework for you to do, teacher. Go to the head teacher's office and tell him you're going to resign as you're a useless teacher. Okay, it's the worst when teachers assign homework that we never learn in class. But because homework has a huge impact on our grade, we have no choice but to complete it in order to maintain our grade. Now, I don't condone cheating, but if the teacher is going to spam exorbitant amounts of homework and expect it to be handed in by the next day, or our grade will be decreased from A to F, then drastic times call for drastic measures. What the hell do you want us to do? Besides, who does homework in ethical ways anyways? Moving on, now we have the old teacher. This teacher has been teaching before the internet existed. They have been teaching before the Stone Age. Okay, they're supposed to be in a retirement home enjoying their last days on this planet. Why are they spending those precious last moments of their lives teaching Gen Alpha disrespectful, brain-rotted kids? That in itself will speedrun the time until they meet the Green Reaper. Okay, they might be doing this because they genuinely enjoy teaching and it's their passion, or they're just doing it because they ain't got a choice. The bills gotta be paid somehow. And usually the teachers that ain't got a choice are some of the most miserable old teachers. Like, you could tell they're sick and tired of teaching and all they want to do is just sit on their couch and drink coffee at home or something. They just give the class some work to do and then after that they go to take a nap on their computer desk. And most of them have a high temper and will just dish out lunchtime detention over the most minuscule things, like just looking back of the class or forgetting to bring your planners to school. Okay, everything they do is completely outdated. They prefer to use old Microsoft computers and they like to present their lessons in PowerPoint 2002. Operating on modern technology is like rocket science to them. Okay, they be asking the students for help on making the screen projector work. Is anyone here tech savvy? Headass. They literally live in prehistoric times. And who knows about them taking their sweet time to read attendance on the school register? I feel like it takes them 3 to 6 business days to finish calling the names. And they be always butchering the names as well. Their names can be the most simple to pronounce, like Graham or Prince, but they'll be like,
is Graham here? Is Pansay here?
But they don't have a problem pronouncing the most difficult Shakespearean names. It's weird, isn't it? And they're always telling stories about back in my day. Please spare your breath, as with all due respect, ain't nobody wanna hear what you was doing in the ancient times. But at the end of the day, I gotta respect them showing up to the same job for decades. Next we got the creepy teacher. These teachers don't show up to teach. They show up to pray, and unfortunately it's not the praying you're thinking about. They ain't praying to no God. They are preying on the female students. Yeah, if anyone needs Jesus, it's definitely them. These individuals are most likely PE teachers or gym class teachers, and they tend to work at an all-girls school. Okay, this man gives off major shouldn't be here energy from the second he walks into the school. Like the way they be looking at the girls in PE class, yeah ref, this guy's a threat. Please do something here. Like, I can't lie, he is scaring me and I'm not even a girl here. And can we talk about how he just happens to show up near the locker rooms right after PE every single time, like clockwork? That's weird, my bro. That's federal. Why are you doing that, my guy? Like, get this man out of here. Okay, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if he confesses to be one of Diddy's disciples, as the way he's moving is mad and strange. Let's not forget how he remembers every girl's name in his PE class, but somehow never knows the other male teachers' names. Oh, and when he compliments the students, it's never normal. It's always weirdly personal. Like brothers saying,
You're very mature for your age.
Sir, no, that's not a normal thing for a grown man to say to a 16-year-old. Hell no. If somebody snitch on this dude, man, he deserves to be in jail. Knowing that it's an all-girls school, how did the head teacher not think it was a red flag when she interviewed this dude and said he has experience and prefers being a PE teacher? That's an absolute failure on the head teacher's part. In fact, this is pissing me off. The owners of the school should fire both the PE teacher and the head teacher, as a matter of fact. Listen, if I had a daughter and I found out that there was a PE teacher even looking at my daughter the wrong way, I am taking it upon myself to send his ass straight to the shadow realm. Next, we got the dumb teacher. This teacher doesn't know what they're teaching themselves. It's like they're learning the subject with us. I remember being in class and I asked the teacher for help on a maths question. Do you know what this teacher told me?
I can't help you, just Google it.
What? Just Google it. But aren't you supposed to be the one that's knowledgeable on the subject? I mean, you're the teacher after all. If you're confused about the things you're supposed to be teaching, I can't lie, that makes me question how you even got the job as a teacher in the first place. Okay, is the school hiring qualified individuals with the right certificates, or are they hiring amateurs who need money? Okay, these baboons are not seasoned educators, they are frauds. These teachers cannot explain a single thing without making it 10 times more confusing. We ask a question and they circle back to the original problem like they are running in a maze with a blindfold on.
Well, if you think about the distributive property, wait, no, actually forget that. Let's do it in a different way. Where were we?
I've just lost brain cells. It just gets to the point where students step up to educate the so-called educators. If I was a teacher and I had a student helping me with the module I was supposed to teach, I would just resign on the spot, as there's no way. That's a complete embarrassment, as I've just basically been exposed as a fraud by my own student. There's no way I'm going to be teaching again after that. These teachers are not fit to be teachers, so they should leave the teacher desk and just sit right next to the students and learn. Next, you've got the teachers that pick favorites. Now, as a teacher, it's your responsibility to treat every student as equally as possible. Okay, nobody want to feel like they're left out, especially by a teacher. So it becomes a problem when teachers actually show their biases towards the students. They do that by giving certain students special treatment. For example, let's say one student throws a paper aeroplane on the teacher while he's writing on the board.
She says, "Who's responsible for throwing that away?" Right, nobody's going to lunch after the lesson.
But that was a lie, because as soon as the lesson finishes, some student can ask, "Can I leave please, miss?" And she'll be like,
Yeah, of course you can.
but if I ask, "Can I also leave, miss?" then all of a sudden they'd be like,
Didn't you remember that I said that no one is leaving after the bell rings?
"But how does she gets to leave and we don't?"
Are you questioning me? Right, you get a 30-minute detention after school.
The blatant favoritism makes me sick to my stomach. One of the school values is treating people equally. So how come a whole teacher cannot embody that value? Okay, when they ask a question you know the answer to, they ignore you when you raise your hand. They're always picking their favorite students. And when their favorite students answer the questions, they glaze them to oblivion, talking about,
You're so outstanding. I'm so glad to have a student like you. You guys should be more like her.
bruh, hop off her meat. They beam sunshine at a select few while treating the rest of us like we're background characters or NPCs. It's infuriating. You sit there, doing your work, trying to stay engaged, but it doesn't matter, because unless if your name is Golden Child number 1, you might as well be invisible. These teachers' favorites can't do no wrong. They could hand in an assignment 3 weeks late, or they would be scribbling on their workbooks during class, and somehow it's creative and shows initiative according to the teacher. Meanwhile, when you submit a well-researched, formatted, spell-check masterpiece on time, the teacher will give you a meh and a B-. Why? Because you're not the teacher's favorite. It's just not fair, is it? Next, you got the overly strict teacher. This is a teacher that says,
The bell doesn't dismiss you, I do.
so with that logic, the bell doesn't tell me when to show up to class either. Therefore, I ain't coming to class. Any teacher who says this statement unironically should get dismissed from their jobs. And I hate when they're overly strict about uniforms. They're like,
Tuck in your shirt and wear your blazer. You must always come to school presentable.
shush, don't care, don't care. And overall, they just move so strictly to the point where you start loathing the teacher and not wanting to come to lesson. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let me know what types of teachers I've missed, and I see that 83% of you who watch the videos are not subscribed. So if you made it to the end of the video, you might as well subscribe if you don't mind, as we're so close to 100k subscribers. Thank you so much for watching. I am out. Cheers.
you.